So, Brian Mcfadden, definitely not a Bengals lover, I will say. He played for the Pittsburgh Steelers for a very long time. And every time he talks about us, it's also very negative. Surprisingly enough, in this video, he actually does make some solid points, but I'm going to explain why he is still wrong. Starting off right away, he claims the Pittsburgh Steelers are closer to the threshold of winning a Super Bowl than the Cincinnati Bengals, right? He does talk about how Mike Tomlin's a better coach than Zach Taylor. And I agree with that. Mike Tomlin is a legendary coach, potentially a Hall of Fame coach one day. He's coached some of the best teams in NFL history, and you got to give credit where credit is due. He is an amazing coach. Obviously, Zach Taylor's on the hot seat every year and potentially could be fired for a reason, right? Starting off number 2, he does say how the Steelers have a better defense than the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, yes, you could say from the past they've had a better defense. You don't know what the future is going to hold. You don't know what this year is going to hold. We got a new defensive coordinator, we got new positional coaches, and we got new players. Well, yes, in theory, if you look at on paper, they should have a better defense than us, but it's not guaranteed, and I hate when everyone looks at rosters and say, well, this team's going to suck because of the past. No, you don't know what the future will hold with any organization and any team. So, saying our defense is going to be, worse than the Steelers this year, probably going to there's a good chance it happens, but you can't make a definite right now, okay? They have TJ Watt. We have the best pass rusher in the league. All right? Trey Hendrickson has put up better stats than TJ Watt the last 2 years. Nonetheless, though, we also have a young defense, and it's going to get better and better over the years. But again, I'm not going to fight that tooth and nail because I think the Steelers have a great defense, and I think the Steelers are going to be one of the best defenses. He does make a point that they have a better special teams than us, which, other than Ryan Renfrow, I agree with that. Ryan Renfrow obviously being one of the best punters in NFL history. That might be an overstatement by me, but you know what? Whatever. I believe in the Ryan Renfrow Express. Now, obviously, Chris Boswell is the best kicker in the league, so he's better than Evan McPherson, who had a very tough year last year and definitely did not live up to expectations. The last thing he does point out is the Cincinnati Bengals have a better offense, and that's it. Which is so funny because that's the most important thing. Now, obviously, last year we learned in the Super Bowl for the Eagles, defense wins championships, right? Defense of the Eagles pretty much smothered and destroyed Patrick Mahomes and did not allow him to win that Super Bowl. But offense is very important, especially when you have a franchise quarterback. The thing that separates the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals here is going to be number 9. Number 9, number 1, and my man T. Higgins, number 5. That's what separates us from them. There's a reason why coaches, GMs, lose their job, take risk, go crazy over trying to get franchise quarterbacks. Because when you got one, you're going to go far. But when you don't, you're going to be a mess. And that's what really makes this argument invalid and idiotic, is they don't have a franchise quarterback, and they don't have a quarterback right now on the roster that's going to take them to a Super Bowl anytime soon. I think Will Howard could be good in the future, but I'm not even going to say he would be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback anytime soon either. And I'm very high on Will Howard. I think he's going to be a great quarterback one day. For us, we have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. And those 3 guys alone, those 3 guys got us to a Super Bowl. Those 3 guys are the reason why we're 5-2 in the playoffs. Yes, defense is important, 1,000%, not even a question. But that's what separates us from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's what separates us, as in we are going to win a Super Bowl before they win their 7th Super Bowl. Is that those 3 guys. I've heard a lot of mixed rumors about Aaron Rodgers from Steelers fans. Some Steelers fans think he's going to do so freaking bad that they're going to get a top 5 pick and they're going to actually get their quarterback they want. So, I don't know what to think about the Aaron Rodgers Express. But again, like I said, it's idiotic. At the end of the day, we are very close to getting a ring. And it's because of number 9. In the AFC North, we got Lamar Jackson, who's a playoff choke, 3-6 in the playoffs. Joe Burrow, 5-2. Aaron Rodgers, who actually was at one point known for being an NFC Championship choker. But whatever Aaron Rodgers, I don't even know what his playoff record is. He's like a dinosaur at this point. And then you got the Frankenstein monster that is Cleveland. But again, it's number 9. So that's the only reason why the statement is invalid, is you don't have number 9, 1, and 5. And those 3 guys, even with a crappy offensive line, a subpar defense, had us one drive away from winning a Super Bowl. Had us one drive away from being able to get back to a Super Bowl. And until you have 9-1-5 on that Steelers team, it ain't going to work. Sorry, not sorry. Again, Brian Mcfadden does hate us. He always talks negative about us. But I think at this point of view, again, like I said, I think he did make valid points. But I think, again, he's overlooking the most important thing here. 9-1-5. It is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace out.